Vatlva, Valorant? However you say it, is a top-down vehicle combat game released for the Sega Saturn in 1996. This game never saw a Western release, which is a shame because this game is quite fun and there aren't many games like this on the Sega Saturn to begin with. I'm not too sure what the story is here, but all I can tell is that it's set in the year 2050, but honestly, I'm here to drive vehicles and blow stuff up. I'm actually surprised at the quality of the animation in this game. Each character gets their own animated ending, and the animation during the opening and the credits is pretty good. Despite the main menu being in Japanese, it's easy to navigate around. There's an arcade mode, a multiplayer mode, a vehicle editor, and options. Thankfully, the options are in English, so you won't have any issues changing the settings. Each vehicle can have up to 6 weapons, and all are used by the 6 face buttons on the controller. Some weapons fire at the front, the back, and some activate a shield to protect yourself. Some weapons and shields use energy, which is represented by the white bar below your health, and for some characters having energy available is incredibly important. Throughout a match, items will appear to replenish your energy or ammunition. Each vehicle has multiple ways to control it, and honestly, the controls aren't bad. It might take some time to get used to them, but there are a few to try out if you don't like a control layout. I found the arcade mode to be a letdown, as it's only 1v1 on each stage, whereas the multiplayer mode can support up to 6 players through a multi-tap. Sometimes the maps just feel too big for 1v1, especially where the environment affects your speed and handling. Seriously, the snow level where the snow slows you down and the beach level is just too big for 1v1, and I found the game just slowed down. The arcade mode would have been better if they increased the number of opponents. There are 3 unlockable characters, so that's an added bonus. I'm quite fond of the visuals. The models of the vehicles look great, the effects look decent, and the environments don't look too bad either. The top-down view works well as you can see everything on one screen. I'm not so keen on the music however, but half the time I don't even notice it as I'm too busy chasing an opponent in a match. You start off with 6 playable vehicles which have their own different playstyle. I gotta say that there are some characters which have abilities that are really broken. Jill is a good example where once per round he can launch a missile which has a huge radius and does tons of damage. Seriously, it turns the tide of the match so early on. Then there is the Arashima family where the whole strategy is to build up speed and crash into your opponents. The dash their truck does deals so much damage it's ridiculous. And the final boss is just silly. Not only does he have a missile as well, but there are other missiles around the map which explode if you hit them. Plus he has some of the best weapons in the game, which makes it difficult. But the multiplayer on the other hand is the strongest point of this game. You can either have the match set as a free-for-all or as a team battle. Either way, when there are 6 vehicles flying around trying to blow each other up, it's carnage. It's good fun with friends. Even when there is so much going on. If it's the multiple effects or vehicles, the frame rate doesn't drop. It's a smooth playing experience from start to finish. One unique aspect is the ability to customize the vehicles and use them in both the arcade and multiplayer modes. You get a lot of weapons to choose from and you can customize the stats of the vehicle as well. I think this is a cool thing that the game lets you do that, but there is a huge language barrier here, as everything is in Japanese. It's not easy to tell as to which weapon does what. Is Vatlva worth getting? Despite the language barrier, I still think this is worth looking into if you like these sorts of games and are looking for a new game to play with friends. The arcade mode might be a bit limited, but the multiplayer mode will keep you and your friends entertained. Price-wise, it's a bit all over the place. You can get it from around £30, but some sell it for well over 40. Thanks for watching, I'll see you all next time, and stay safe out there.